Hollywood elites are completely freaking out right now about what Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg could have in the works, as they are currently working on a new project together.
I get up every day and I realize I'm not in control of this whole thing. And no matter what happens, I just ask for the grace to be able to deal with it.
It seems like another wave of panic is spreading in Hollywood after it was announced that a couple of controversial figures and co-stars Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg are teaming for another project. And the industry elites are freaking out because they have no idea what kind of exposure this upcoming movie can bring and what damage to the murky and sinister figures it will cause. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. So Mel Gibson is returning to the director's chair for the first time since 2016 Oscar winner Hacksaw Ridge with his enigmatic project called Flight Risk, which will star Oscar nominee Mark Wahlberg. And just one mention of this duo working together created a lot of buzz among the industry elites, as they are now fear to find out what kind of exposure these two could do with this project.
You know, we all know those things that are make us feel guilty, don't make us feel as good as we should.
And there are already many giveaways that say that this movie is going to shatter the current state of affairs in the show business. Because apart from the secrecy of the entire project, Mel and Mark openly seek support of other controversial figures, and they ever had a chat with former use President Donald Trump to add more mystery to what they are working on.
The combination of Trump, Gibson, and the UFC boss Dana White created a perfect storm of politics, Hollywood, and adrenaline.
While additional casting is underway, little is known about this project apart from the fact that it is based on Jared Rosenberg's 2020 Blacklist script. So far, the movie's description posted on MB states, an air marshal transporting a fugitive across the Alaskan wilderness by a small plane finds herself trapped when she suspects their pilot is not who he says he is. And while neither Mel nor Mark spilled any additional details of the upcoming movie, it's quite clear that this level of secrecy is freaking certain people out. And as the director says, he tries to be very cautious when implementing the project.
Make sure that you don't get out of line too much. It's a high wire act.
However, even without any details and only with one member of the cast being announced, the project is already marked as one of the most anticipated must-sees of the next year, with the chairman of Lionsgate not hiding his enthusiasm and saying, "We love the undeniable electric pairing of Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg." These world-class talents combining for this dynamic, character-driven film will make Flight Risk one of the most suspense-filled must-see events of the year. This would be Mel's first directing project in 7 years, but no, everyone in the industry is happy about the Oscar-winning celebrity to be back to work. Apparently, Hollywood elites already launched their sinister campaign trying to put a stop to this project and attack Gibson and Wahlberg using media.
Now the elites are starting to send out all of their little minions and all of the media to attack Mel Gibson.
Well, Mel Gibson can't be called the easiest celebrity to deal with, and this man has been vocal about the true side of the industry for way too long. And his recent meeting with Trump only stirred more talk in the media, and some high-profile figures already started to speak against Mel and portray him in a bad light. Well, it didn't take long before musician Jack White slammed Mark and Mel for normalizing Donald Trump by meeting him at public events. White shared photos of the interaction between the actors and Trump on his Instagram account while calling them out and saying anybody who normalizes or treats this disgusting person, con man, disgusting piece of Trump with any level of respect is also disgusting in my book. Seems like the attacks have only started, but it doesn't seem like anything can stop Mel and Mark from working on their mystery Flight Risk project.
The world affords you a lot of comfort, but we're not made for comfort. We're made for greatness, and to be greatness, we got to be in the fight to get through.
It seems like the upcoming movie will raise the same level of controversy as the recently revealed film Sound of Freedom, which is, despite Hollywood's attempt to add sparkles with Barbie release, remains the most discussed movie among the thinking audience. And the plot of Sound of Freedom is a direct hit at Hollywood elites, who are trying to destroy all interest for this movie, however without success. And for that, we also need to thank Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg, who are urging their fans to go and see the movie. Scott Report wrote that Mark allegedly called Jim Caviezel and Mel Gibson American heroes with balls of steel. Neil isn't actually officially attached to the film, but the actor and director expressed his endorsement by issuing a video statement and inviting people to watch the movie.
And eradicating this crime is awareness. Go see Sound of Freedom.
Now, if you don't know about the controversy about this movie, let me tell you that it touches quite a sensitive and important matter as trafficking of individuals under 18. And of course, this is something that Hollywood doesn't want to be out, let alone become wide public knowledge. As it was previously reported, both streaming giants Netflix and Amazon refused to stream the movie. However, despite the lack of support, the lead actor Jim Caviezel recently mentioned in his interview that Hollywood is freaking out because of the release of Sound of Freedom and its box office success. In his own words, it's because the public are listening to their hearts, which is what this film tells you to do. We're being shafted by mainstream media. We're not getting any coverage. And it seems like the exposure of the elites and all the atrocities that's been happening in Hollywood are nowhere to end with Sound of Freedom. And Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg want to use their fame and publicity to shed more light on the crazy and illegal things.
Okay, how do I use the platform that I have now to give back and start to do service?
At least, it explains why the duo is working in secret and not allowing any information about the project to be leaked. Apparently, more whistleblowers are going to be picked up to participate in this movie, and fans are full of hopes to get more intel on the shady acts of the industry elites and gatekeepers. As one person commented, I hope Mel and Mark reveal the real truth of the disgusting things that have been going on in Hollywood for years. And another user added, thank you to all that are involved in the making of this film, brave men and women. It's about time this was brought to the attention of this heinous crimes. Hopefully, the duo can attract more honest and thinking industry giants to join their project, and it's going to be an epic challenge for the establishment to see this movie getting huge success. Despite the controversies surrounding Mel Gibson's figure in the past and a couple of scandals, he's still considered one of the greatest and fearless celebs of our times who wants to make Hollywood a better place.
It's having a bit of a rugged time at the moment, and I think there's going to need to be a house cleaning, and it's going to have to come back to.
And although it's obvious that Hollywood elites are now in the process of interfering the movie production and maybe even eliminating Gibson and Wahlberg one way or another, it seems like the level of secrecy around this flight risk project only adds to its interest, and it's highly expected that the audience will fill the theaters as soon as the movie is out in 2024. Now, the ever-controlling elites feel threatened by this collaboration, and they have all the reasons to suspect that their handler's reputation is at stake and all their illegal acts may finally surface. The duo of actors and Father Stu co-stars may mark the start of another era in the movie industry and purify the show business infested with sinister figures who participate in horrible crimes against human race. And despite the possible obstacle and dangers they may face along the way, it feels like the actors are ready for anything.
Yeah, but I'm not raising a sweat. I figured out how to do it and relax. Life's too short to get panicked about it.
Apparently, the elites hoped that Mel Gibson's troubled past and controversies wouldn't allow him to get back to work at all. The actor and director was shut out from Hollywood for many years because of several unpleasant incidents involving accusations of making insulting and insensitive comments throughout the course of his career. But apparently, it was another attempt of the elites to blackball the actor and get rid of inconvenient person to continue their crusade. As witnesses stated, Mel Gibson was falsely accused of the things he had never done, and the truth surfaced only decades after, and the actor didn't even get any apologies. She lied about it over a decade ago when she talked to the press, and she's lying about it now. Also, she lied about him trying to apologize to her back then. Well, Mel Gibson is used to being mistreated by the elites and badmouthed by their puppets, and it seems like he's ready to withstand any storm and keep working on making the show business a better place. And if he fails along the way, the director is confident that his upcoming project will already be a big change in the game.
Search in that direction. And I think the search, you might never get to the end of it, but I think the very act of searching yields some kind of good.
Many fans can't wait to find out what's hiding behind this mysterious project and what other crimes of the industry elites Mel Gibson is going to expose. As one person commented, I pray that all the bad things happening in Hollywood are exposed and it implodes. And another user expressed his concerns for the actor's well-being, writing, get ready for hit pieces on both of them or alleged rumors about them that they are unstable courtesy of the media. It's so predictable now it's sad. Well, the industry has its ways to silence people, but probably this time, Hollywood is facing too much unprecedented anonymity and support of other powerful and influential people. And what do you think about this, guys? Will Mel and Mark be able to bring the shady industry down? Or will they pay for their courage by being blackballed or canceled? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about the sinister side of Hollywood. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon.